If you're Latino and voted for Trump, here are some whining product recommendations so you can be very white by the time he comes to office.
I can't believe that the Latinos voted for Trump. I can.
Latinos for Trump, it is time to embrace the consequences of your actions.
Hello guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So in today's video, we are looking at some Latinos and some of the reasons why they said they voted TP. Okay, and you all know that there were three categories of persons that voted TP into power. You have the white men, the white women, then the Latinos, okay? And they are sharing the reasons why they felt that TP was the right guy and why they voted TP. So let's go ahead, watch these videos. I have some stitches for you guys. Let's go watch the stitches, then we come back and we talk more about it. And please do not forget to drop your comment, your whatever your thoughts in the comment section, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Do give this video a thumbs up as well. Let's go watch the video.
I've been joking around about Latinos for Trump over the past few days. It's been all fun and games, but a few of you have actually asked me to explain why Latinos would vote for Trump. And that's a really good question, and there's actually a lot of reasons, so it's time to get real about Latinos for Trump. Let's begin with the conversation of class. Wealthy people tend to lean more Republican because Republicans advocate for lower taxes for the rich. So wealthier Latinos lean more towards Donald Trump. The second reason would be internalized racism and internalized xenophobia, or otherwise known as the pick-me people. The people that say, my family came here the right way, it's not that hard, why can't people just follow the laws? We're not like them, we're different. Those are the people that want to be accepted by white Americans so bad that they will openly bash their community. There's a lot of those people, and those people also tend to lean towards Donald Trump. The third and the biggest reason why I believe there's a lot of Latinos that support Trump is because our community is incredibly conservative. The Catholic and Christian church have a lot of power within our community. Conservative views when it comes to women's health and the LGBTQIA tend to dominate our community. When you put all those things together, it's not that hard to understand why so many Latinos support Trump.
I've always been a firm believer of fighting fire with fire. If somebody goes low, I'll go lower. Now, with that being said, I know for a fact that most Latinos for Trump have undocumented family members, whether that be their parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, etc. So if you know of a Latino who voted for Trump, I urge you to call this number and report said family members. It's time that these Latinos for Trump get a taste of their own medicine and a taste of poetic justice. Now, I know what you may be thinking, Angel, this is extreme. And I agree. But extreme problems call for extreme solutions. And unfortunately, many innocent people are going to be affected by this. But you can't be that innocent if you raised a Latino for Trump. And before all of the Latinos for Trump come at me all angry, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You should be happy. Let me see that smile. But there you have it, guys. Once again, there is that number. You know what to do. It's time that these Latinos for Trump learn the hard way. But anyways, let me know what you guys think.
Truly, Angel, I think you're being so extreme right now. Okay, and true, like you said, some innocent people are going to be affected, not just the people who really voted. Now, people who did not even move an inch out of their house on that day are going to be affected. And also people who also voted blue will also be affected. So it's not just all white, okay, like you have just said it and people just go call the numbers. People are going to be hurting at the end of the day, and you don't want to be the reason why people are being hurt just because you are hurt as well. I don't think that when people provoke you, you should just give them back, okay, the way they want it. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be here to read from you. Let's just have that conversation. Do you think Angel is being so extreme, or you support whatever I think he's saying? Okay, let's know what your thoughts are in the comments.
Why did so many Latinos vote for Trump? Many Latinos have a fantasy heritage, and the US is a perfect place to entertain those fantasies given its history of white supremacy. Fantasy heritage is a term coined by Dr. Frank Perez at University of Texas, El Paso. And as Paula Ramos writes in her book, it's the idea that when the situation calls for it, many Latinos can prioritize their whiteness and erase the specificity of their indigeneity. Proximity to whiteness leads to the erasure of indigeneity. This is one of my favorite quotes. The delusions of fantasy heritage can easily morph any semblance of indigeneity and darkness into whiteness, thus turning Latinos into the ultimate conquistador. It is much easier to embrace fantasy heritage than to deal with the complicated, violent, and messy past that we have with race. So just like Don Quixote, we believe we're a noble conquistador instead of someone fighting our own mind.
So I want to talk about a Miami-Dade County / Florida-centered perspective that I have regarding the presidential election results that I'm seeing as a trend here on TikTok and on social media. I've seen plenty of people exclusively blame Cubans for jacking up the Latino vote for Donald Trump, saying, oh, it's because these Cubans are all Trump supporters, these Cubans are this, these Cubans are that. And guess what? I don't accept that, and that's completely wrong. That's completely wrong and unfair. You know why? One, it's already known that the Cuban community votes disproportionately for Donald Trump and Republican overall. So what happened in Miami-Dade County yesterday in Florida, to me, was not a surprise. I expected that. Democrats in Florida have the weakest ground game. They haven't invested any resources. They've literally just left Florida to become a red state. They stopped trying. So nothing else could be expected. I'm sure you guys have seen this chart behind me doing the rounds all across social media. But let's really look at this. Out of all the Latino men that voted in this presidential election, 54% voted for Donald Trump. Let that sit with you for a minute. 54%. In contrast, 61% of Latino women voted for Kamala Harris. Let's look at the other demographics. Black folks, as always in this country, delivering. Black women, 92% of black women voted for Kamala Harris. 78% of black men voted for Kamala Harris. Let's go over to the white demographics. White women, 47%. White men, 39%, 59%. This, I can understand. This, no. There's also more data circulating out there that 60% of all Latinos that voted in this election voted for Donald Trump. And you're going to tell me that the Cuban community, Cuban voters, are the ones that are responsible for all that 60%? No. That's unfair and terrible to do. To single out one community in the entire Latino community and say, hey, this is your fault, this was your responsibility? No. What about all the Mexicans across the US that voted for Donald Trump? All the Central Americans. Because I know plenty of my people, plenty of Hondurans voted for Donald Trump. Salvadorans, Colombians, Venezuelans, Nicaraguans, Boricuas. People from all across Latin America voted for this guy. And if you think about it, Latinos gave Trump the White House. The hatred for each other within our community is so deep that we hate each other more, or the Trump supporters that voted for Trump in the Latino community hate us more than white people do, than the whole establishment of white supremacy. Let that sit with you for a second. Don't single out people and try to make people responsible for a very big failure.
The Latin American community is so big, and people trying to point that it's just Cubans that did this. Okay, I don't think I support that, because how can you say, okay, from the chart he has shown us, you can see that it was Latinos that was there. There's nothing like they didn't call, this country or this country. So how come people are saying it's the Cubans? Okay, if you know why, let me know in the comments, because I'm just confused. And he's also he brought out facts and saying you can't place it on these people, that bigger community, while a large community. And sometimes truly it is us that also does, that hate ourselves more than even the white community at some point, because sometimes we're even the one that sell ourselves to those people. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Okay, after watching this video, from everything you've heard, what are your thoughts? Okay, what do you think about what this particular guy said? Do you think it's the Cubans? For me, I actually feel that it is Latinos that was mentioned. For me, that's what I feel. But you guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. All right, I'll be here to hear from you. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and also give this video a thumbs up. See you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.